So with crime dominating headlines in cities across the country, people are looking for safety solutions. One man in Atlanta is trying to fill the gap, allowing customers to hire licensed, armed rideshare drivers to get them safely from point A to point B.
I own the Black Wolf app. So Uber and Lyft, that's an app, correct?
Yeah.
Same as mine. Only difference is I got armed drivers. We provide security.
Kerry King Brown launched the Black Wolf app to connect his service with customers in the Atlanta area. But after just a few weeks of interest, it spread across the globe. We wanted to check it out for ourselves, so we went to visit Kerry and the Black Wolf team this week for a ride. Watch. So there's a movie called Man on Fire.
Oh yeah, everybody's been calling me that.
Have you protected a lot of children before, Mr. Creasy?
You're like the real life Denzel.
Yeah.
Good to go, right? What is the difference from an Uber, a Lyft?
Biggest difference is your driver is actually your bodyguard. Our drivers are well trained, and we want to let you guys know this is who we are, the Black Wolf app, safety first.
Why do we need your company?
Just looking at what's going on in this nation, it's needed. Okay, we need more protection. That I'm creating an avenue for people who don't feel safe. Now is the time to start feeling safe again.
Crime is at an all-time high. How did that play into your company's creation?
Child abduction, sex trafficking, that's extremely high in Atlanta. It's high across the nation. The idea started with me taking children and women back and forth wherever they need to go.
What do you do for a living, man?
So I own the Black Wolf app. So Uber and Lyft, that's an app, correct?
Yeah.
Only difference is I got armed drivers. We provide security. People like, man, you created this thing in the perfect timing. We weren't supposed to launch till June. When the video went viral, it just spread like wildfire. New York, Texas, California, UK, South Africa, Dubai.
What are your subscribers like right now?
Subscribers right now, we're at 25,000.
Are there more people reaching out to you just because they don't feel safe walking the street or taking the subway?
Ever since the video went viral, I've had over maybe 15,000 emails explaining and telling me why this is important.
Is it affordable?
It's very affordable. The prices are compared to Uber Black, Uber XL.
There's 4 different services that are provided on the app.
You have armed, you have unarmed, you have school protection, which is for the youth, and that's not just school. That's meaning that we can take them to the park wherever they need to go. And the 4th one is called convoy escort. If a family of 4, they want to drive themselves, they can say, you know what, I still need my bodyguard, let me call them, and we will escort them to wherever they need to go.
If something were to escalate, what does your driver do? How do they keep the passenger safe?
All drivers are trained in de-escalation tactics. De-escalation is our #1 priority. We don't escalate anything. We either remove the threat or we remove our client from that threat.
In keeping with the spirit of ride shares, we found ourselves picking up one of Black Wolf's first clients en route to the airport.
This is what's been missing in the market. In the world of ride sharing, I think a secure ride is long overdue. I travel a lot for business, and I usually travel on my own. It's important to have peace of mind, especially in these times.
And what about this service gives you peace of mind?
The fact that the drivers are actually armed. If you want to be secure, what are your options when you're outside of your own home?
There's also a level 3 vest. God forbid something happened.
Wow.
He has a vest for you to put on to make sure that you're secured as well.
I would absolutely do that.
So Kerry and the Black Wolf team have been getting even more requests from coast to coast. More than 900,000 people have checked out the app, and more than 80,000 have now downloaded it. That's just in 3 weeks. Black Wolf is hoping to move into other cities like Los Angeles, Miami, Dallas, Nashville, Vegas, and even here in New York. So we asked New Yorkers what they thought about the idea. Watch. So say the driver picks you up or picks up your child from school, they're armed and make sure they get to the next destination. How do y'all feel about it? Is it too much or is it a good idea?
I agree.
You like it?
Yeah.
I would feel fine with it.
I think I'd be all for it.
I think it's a bit much.
It's a little much?
Yeah.
I think it'll do well as long as they don't cost too much.
And I'm totally against.
I think it's kind of a good idea.
I think that'd be like a good idea.
I don't think I would like it.
I think as long as they follow the law, man, I'd be good with it. I mean, protect my children, protect my wife.
If the driver was armed, would it freak you out?
Not like freak out, but I'd be a little on edge.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, why are you armed?
Hopefully you get the same people holding guns. That's all that matters.
I don't know that I would feel safe with someone with a gun because it could be too easily taken away from that person
Yeah.
and used against them.
If I can't fly with my pistol, I'd rather somebody in the car with me protect me.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious, it's a big world, and what little measures you can take help.
Yeah.
So why not?
Joining me now, former NYPD officer Bill Stanton. Bill, thanks so much for joining me on set. Mixed reviews from the folks out there in New York and Texas. I have the ability to carry everywhere, but now when I come for my show here in New York, I can't have my firearm. So this is a service that I would be interested in. What say you?
Well, you know what they say, nature abhors a vacuum. And when you take law enforcement out of the equation, lawlessness will reign. And then people will look to replace law enforcement such as this. So in theory, it sounds good. I would just question their training. They better have great insurance policy. And where does their responsibility begin and end? That's what I would look into before looking into a service
I think
like
to
this.
your point, Bill, there has been a large void with the defund the police movement, getting the anti-crime unit from the streets of New York to be proactive. So I think in all these major cities where there is no law enforcement or there is limited resources with the law enforcement, people are just looking for someone to fill that void. And I think this is where these private contractors are coming into play.
You're exactly right. When you have activists, prosecutors, and politicians looking for votes to pull out law enforcement, people want to feel protected. Lawrence, people out there watching your show, they need to understand that their best self-defense weapon is common sense, situational awareness, and seeing the trouble before it comes and getting out of Dodge before it gets there.
You know, we've been talking about the Daniel Penny case and what's happening on the subway. Can you put it, you've been in New York for a while. You were an officer here. How crazy is it in New York right now, from the subways to the streets right now? Or is this something, as the left wants to say, that the media is blowing out of proportion?
No. This is the real deal. I was a cop for years in the South Bronx. I've been doing this for almost 40 years, safety and security. I've never felt as unsafe coming into Manhattan as at this moment in time. I tell friends and family, if you must come into the city, have your head on a swivel and don't be afraid to cross the street, ask for help, or just go into a building if they see trouble coming their way.
I talk to a lot of cops now. They don't want to do the job anymore. They don't want to lose their livelihood. They don't want to lose their families. They don't want to be locked up behind bars. What are you hearing from your law enforcement brothers and sisters on why they don't want to do the job anymore?
Well, I would question anyone wanting to take the oath to protect and serve when you, again, have prosecutors looking to lock up the cops before they lock up the bad guys. What people don't seem to understand is a cop will make the same paycheck no matter what. So what they're turning police into is report takers instead of crime fighters, and then we all suffer when that happens.
Why is that, though? Why do they take why can't they do chases anymore? Why can't they do proactive policing anymore? Because when people see them in the community, not just when there's a negative incident, they respect them more. They build this relationship. But it seems like they don't want them to do any of that proactive policing anymore.
Well, Lawrence, you know, you're one of the biggest advocates for law enforcement out there today. You and I are two rookie cops out there, right? We want to do what's right. Well, when we know that we stand a better chance than not of getting locked up just for doing our jobs. God forbid we're trying to arrest someone and our hands go on their chest, or someone takes film at the last second. They see what may be excessive force when in actuality it's not. Where's the impetus for us to do our job when the people of New York City and this country just want to be protected?
So true. So true. There's no one that dislikes a bad cop more than a good cop.
Bad cop is a criminal.
That's right. Thank you, brother.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.